Hey, what's going on, people? Today I have a weird video for you. It's in regards to what is happening in the world, so to speak. So, today, before the market opened, the CPI report came out, and it came out 0.04 higher than the previous month. That was enough to freak out the market. And for example, QQQ, 1 hour before the market opened, it had already dropped 4.54%. SPY SPY had dropped 3.9% over this CPI report. Now, how accurate is that report? Nobody really knows. Where is that all that info coming from? Mm, but it's enough to freak out the markets, and even though the market overreacted, at the same time, it rallied after 1 hour. Uh, so the market opened 9:30, and then after, let's say, 10:30, the market rally went up. So that tells me that the market is afraid, but also getting tired of prices continuing go down basically every week, most of the time every day. So I'm going to share a video with you guys because I want you to think. Okay.
That are saying that they feel that the Fed is pushing us towards recession. What is your take on that?
So, unfortunately, when you have inflation, the way that you reduce it is you try to slow the economy down. And so that could be perceived and seen as pushing us towards a recession. The question, and I think what the Fed has been trying to do, is how much do you slow the economy down to try to kind of get prices under control? And the experience that we've had in the US is we've rarely gotten out of high inflation periods without going into a recession. You go back to the 1980s, inflation at that point had reached somewhere around 14, 15%, so much higher than where we are today. But the Federal Reserve ended up pushing the economy in that case into a very deep recession, in part because they didn't take action early enough. And as a result, we had a deeper recession than we needed to. The concern is that's what's going to happen now.
Do you expect to see double-digit interest rates?
I don't expect to see double digit interest rates, but I think we'll be very close. The numbers that we're seeing in the progression of inflation suggest we have a ways to go before things start to kind of moderate.
All right. So there it is. Sounds like they're going to raise interest rates. And I have no doubt that they're going to raise interest rates again this year, and probably the first quarter of next year. The problem is that every time they do that, the Fed should wait at least 6 minutes, not 6 minutes, 6 months to make sure that what they're doing is really helping inflation, meaning slowing down inflation. But I think they're going too fast, and they started too late, right? Because most people, you could hear it on the news, inflation is getting out of control. Inflation is getting out of control. And if you would ask the Fed or I forgot the name of the lady right now. Anyway, she works with the government. Oh my God, I forgot her name. Hold on, I'll find out. I'll find out that name. Got it. Janet Yellen. So if you ask her or Jerome Powell, they're both gonna say the economy is doing great and we're gonna have a soft landing. At the beginning of this year, they were saying that inflation was going to be transitory. Then a few months later, they were like, nah, never mind. Yeah, it's going to be probably a hard landing. I'm sorry, a soft landing. But I guarantee you it's going to be a hard landing. Why? Because they can't get this under control. However, this is my opinion only. The US has two countries right now. Let's say two countries Russia, China, and they both trying to eat our lunch. Yes or no? So what the government, the U.S. government, is doing is, well, obviously raising interest rates, keeping the dollar up, expensive, right? This way, people keep using dollars as the main currency around the world. If we don't, let's say the dollar would drop, and then the Russian, what is it, the rubles, they go up, then people are going to say, well, I'm going to invest in rubles, right? Because that's what's going up. Or, if it's China or a different country. So I think the United States, it's playing that trick um, for economical reasons, but unfortunately, you and we pay for it. If you have money in stocks, you are probably suffering. And you probably, hopefully, you didn't sell. Hopefully, you didn't get out. But I'm sure you feeling some pain. And on top of that, because of these two countries, things are not going to get better. So somebody's going to give up, but it's not going to be the U.S. And unfortunately, we pay for it. We are paying for that. So I'm going to show you just to give you some examples. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. I'm going to give you some examples of companies that were really, really expensive back in 2019, 2020, 2021, and now they are worth, a few bucks. So, for example, Netflix. Yep, I get it. Netflix was overpriced back in 2021, 2022. So this is 2020, basically right when the virus started. Remember, we were told to stay home, and everyone was afraid to go outside, and people started working from home and whatnot. And that's why this company just took off. It just went like this, look, to the moon, basically almost to $700. And today is worth $232. From 700 to 232. Yes, it was overpriced, probably because most people were home. But geez, that's a big drop. If you were the person, or somebody who bought at 690 or close to 700, oof, I feel for them. DocuSign. DocuSign became very popular as well because nobody could go and sign papers at a title company or whatnot. So DocuSign became very popular, very useful, convenient, practical. But unfortunately, look, it went up to what's that? Let's say I can't really tell, but it was about 310, $320. Today it's worth $46. That's a big hit. I mean, if you bought this company at 200, 250, or 300, and now it's worth 46, I feel for you. Let's see. Lyft. This company was worth almost $80, almost $90 back in 2019, in March 2019. Almost $90. Today, it's selling for 12. Mm-mm-mm. Snap. Not a big fan of this company. But also, this company was worth what, 82, $83 in September 2021. $83. And today is selling for $10.58. Hmm. And basically, this is where I got most some of those names from. So, 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 how do you feel about those prices? How do you feel about what is happening with interest rates? How do you feel about what's going on around the world? And I'm talking about Russia, Ukraine, China. What do you think they're planning? What's their plan? How come we are in the middle of this mess? Something tells me that somebody's lying to us again. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not, but it just feels like somebody's not telling the truth. That's the way I feel. So, if you look behind me, this was today, Thursday. As you can see, just before the market opened, it bloop, 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 the price just dropped. I can't. I don't know exactly how much it dropped, but let me see. It was about $2, less than $2 before the market opened, and I don't know, maybe 20 minutes after the market opened, the price just went up, which is great. I mean, that's how I made my money today. As you know, the market is just nasty. I don't trust it. And the way I make money is I just go and buy 10 cents. 10 cents. I use my brackets. I go and I grab 10 cents of stuff. So, for example, let me see. I'll show you what companies I bought today. I was just looking at Tesla. Tesla wasn't doing much before I turned off the computer. Apple was moving, but slowly, which is okay. That's a good. I like it when companies move that way. So I purchased uh, Delta. Come on, let me go back. Hold on. I purchased Delta for let me see, and I made well $638. I placed a couple of trades with Delta. No, I'm sorry. This is Walgreens, and I placed 2 trades with Delta, and there it is. I mean, if you add the numbers, I should tell you how much I made. You know, I just like I said, I just go and get 10 cents every time I see the opportunity. Basically, I just wait for the RSI to go low, and if I feel that the market is moving up, there's good momentum, then I go in. If all you hear is bad news, ugly news, and the market is just most of the market is going down, then sometimes I don't trade at all. I just walk away. But today the market was happy. For some reason, after 20, 30 minutes after the market opened, it became happy, and look, prices were just going up. That's pretty sweet. I missed that opportunity, but again, you can't catch everything. And me personally, I have one number in mind. Once I hit that number, I turn off my computer and I go outside. So let me know what you think about these reports, CPI report. Let me know what you think about the Fed, Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan, blah, 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 blah. All of these names are affecting the stock market. Eventually, the stock market is going to get tired of all this news and it's probably going to turn around and it's going to go up. But for now, it's just, I mean, all these bad news are just dragging the stock market down. All right, people, I gotta go. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.